For decades, buying a house was the safest financial decision the middle class could make. In 2026, it's one of the most confusing, not because people suddenly stopped valuing stability, but because the numbers no longer offer clear answers. Should you buy a house now? Or keep renting and wait? And more importantly, what are you really giving up either way? Imagine a couple in their early 30s, both working full-time, living in a growing city. Austin, Manchester, Toronto, Berlin. They earn a combined $90,000 to $110,000. From the outside, they look ready. From the inside, they're hesitant. Their rent is $2,100 a month. It's gone up every year. It feels painful but predictable. Buying, on the other hand, feels final. They tour homes listed around $420,000. At current interest rates, even with a reasonable down payment, the monthly payment would be around $2,800. That's before maintenance, before property taxes, before repairs that don't wait for convenient timing. Suddenly, buying doesn't feel like moving forward. It feels like committing to pressure. This is where the conversation usually breaks down. Buying is framed as building equity. Renting is framed as throwing money away. But in 2026, that framing misses the real trade-off. If they rent at $2,100, that's about $25,000 a year. If they buy at $2,800, that's over $33,000 a year, just in payments. That $8,000 difference doesn't disappear. It shows up as smaller savings, less flexibility, more stress during career changes. Buy-in doesn't just change where your money goes. It changes how much room your life has to absorb shocks. This is how people with good jobs end up feeling trapped by decisions that were supposed to make them feel secure. Psychologically, ownership feels safe. But financial safety depends on stability. And stability is exactly what many middle-class careers don't offer anymore. Layoffs happen faster. Career changes are more common. Remote work makes location less permanent. A house assumes you'll stay put. Rent assumes you might not. That difference matters. A job offer in another city, a family emergency, or simple burnout becomes a logistical problem, not just a personal decision once you own. Renting makes those moments inconvenient. Owning can make them costly. Neither is wrong. They're just different bets on the future. This is where many people get stuck. Rent feels like standing still. Buying feels risky. So they wait. They wait for prices to fall. They wait for rates to drop. They wait for clarity that never fully arrives. Meanwhile, life keeps moving. Indecision becomes its own hidden cost. Here's a truth most advice avoids. A house isn't just a financial asset. It's a lifestyle commitment. It ties you to a city, to a local job market, to a fixed obligation that doesn't flex downward easily. For some people, that's grounding. For others, it's suffocating. And it isn't buy-in. The mistake is forcing a decision that doesn't fit the structure of your life. Financially aware people don't ask, is buying always better than renting? They ask a more honest question. Which option gives me more resilience right now? In some markets, buying still makes sense, especially with stable careers and long-time horizons. In others, renting quietly preserves flexibility and mental space. Equity versus flexibility, stability versus optionality. Neither choice is universally correct, only context-aware. In 2026, the middle-class housing decision isn't about timing the market. It's about understanding trade-offs and being honest about what kind of pressure you're willing to carry. A useful question to sit with is this: if your income dropped for 6 months, which choice would feel safer, owning or renting? That answer is often clearer than any forecast. If this kind of calm, realistic thinking about money helps, you can subscribe to Value Tricks. No pressure, no predictions. Just clearer frameworks for difficult financial decisions.